Julian Alvarez is under the spotlight at Atletico Madrid after a frustrating start to the season, and now his former coach has revealed why he's struggling under Diego Simeone. Could a move to Barcelona really be on the cards? Meanwhile, fresh updates are emerging on Harry Kane's €65 million release clause at Bayern Munich, Barcelona's urgent search for a Lewandowski replacement, and the latest shock surrounding Gavi's long-term injury. Plus, Real Madrid are keeping close tabs on wonderkid Chima at Stuttgart, while Pedri has revealed the secret changes in his lifestyle that are helping him stay fit. Don't miss a second of this packed update. Atletico Madrid forward Julian Alvarez has not enjoyed the start he might have liked this season, with just a single goal from their opening 6 games. Los Rojiblancos are still seeking their second win, in a season they were back to redouble their efforts in pursuit of silverware. Alvarez missed a penalty during Los Rojiblancos' 1-1 draw with RCD Mallorca, but the headlines followed his reaction to being taken off just after the hour mark. Clearly frustrated, Diego Simeone did his best to cool any tensions ahead of their clash with Rayo Vallecano, calling him their best player. First coach has doubts about Julian Alvarez's role. However, there is no doubt that the best of Alvarez is yet to be seen at Atletico, despite glimpses of it and a strong debut season. Alvarez's first coach, Hugo Rafael Varas, has told Radio Villa Trinidad that the 25-year-old is not being used correctly. Diario AS carried his words. He doesn't look comfortable with Simeone. He's played a lot of games, he's not the striker he always was, because he's never played in the position he should be playing. I don't see him comfortable at Atletico. I think he's played a lot of games on the wing, he's never played in the position he should be playing. I know he's told his family that he's focused on the team, he plans to play and do well, and his goal is to continue being the national team's number 9. He would go to Barcelona because coaching advice will not unduly worry Simeone, who receives no shortage of it. However, Varas has reignited speculation over his future, despite Alvarez and Atletico assuring that he is going nowhere soon in recent months. I think there'll be a change at some point, either of the coach or Alvarez himself. Someone recently told me he's going to Barcelona, and the truth is he's not at Barcelona because they didn't pay the money they should have. He would go because he's always been a Barcelona fan. I'd like him to play for Real Madrid. Alvarez links to Barcelona. Barcelona are already planning for life after Robert Lewandowski, and Julian Alvarez is one of the names high on Joan Laporta's list. The Atletico Madrid striker's agent, Fernando Hidalgo, has previously spoken about the possibility of a move to Camp Nou, and it wouldn't be the first time Barca splash out to sign one of Atleti's biggest stars. Finding a new number 9 is a priority for next summer, and several targets have been linked. Among them is Bayern Munich's Harry Kane, with fresh reports on his situation emerging this week. According to multiple sources, Barcelona's sporting director Deco is carefully monitoring the striker market. Interestingly, Kane is the same age Lewandowski was when Barca paid €50 million to bring him in, and the England captain is under contract until 2027. Harry Kane release clause revealed. According to the Daily Star, Kane has a €65 million release clause in his contract that can be activated next summer. However, one of the conditions of the clause is that the England international must inform Bayern by January of his intention to leave. That would require Barcelona to get their ducks in a row in the coming months. Return to Tottenham Hotspur? Harry Kane has also been linked with a possible return to Tottenham Hotspur, the club where he became a star. The 32-year-old striker left Spurs 2 years ago for Bayern Munich in a €95 million deal, and Brentford boss Thomas Frank was asked about the chances of a comeback. Frank admitted that plenty of Tottenham fans, himself included, would love to see Kane back in North London. However, he doesn't believe it will happen anytime soon. Kane has been thriving at Bayern, finishing last season as top scorer and helping them win the Bundesliga title. According to Frank, Kane is likely to continue enjoying his success in Germany for now, but he added that the door would always be open should Kane decide to return. As for Barcelona, a January move for Kane looks highly unlikely. The club won't have clarity on their financial situation that far in advance, and considering Kane's age, they may prefer to wait and negotiate a more favorable deal later on. In the meantime, Barcelona have been hit with another major setback. The club confirmed that Xavi will be sidelined for 4 to 5 months after undergoing knee surgery. His absence is a significant blow for Hansi Flick, especially in midfield where depth was already a concern. Prior to confirmation of Xavi's injury, Barcelona had him, Pedri, Frenkie de Jong, Marc Casado and Marc Bernal as options in the defensive midfield position, although the latter is not being considered to start matches for another several weeks yet, as he works his way back from his own long-term absence. In essence, it means that Hansi Flick has Pedri, De Jong and Casado as his pivots for a grueling schedule over the coming weeks, which is far from ideal. As such, it has been noted that Barcelona could seek an immediate replacement for Xavi in the transfer market. However, Marca have reported that Barcelona have no plans to sign a Xavi replacement, as both the club and Flick do not want to sign for the sake of signing, with the belief also being that there are no good candidates in the free agent market. What other options does Flick have at defensive midfield? While Barcelona wait for Bernal to get back to 100% match sharpness, Flick could look to Eric Garcia as a temporary fix in the defensive midfield area. The defender covered in this position on multiple occasions last season, so he could be looked to again, especially as Jules Koundé appears to have taken back the right-back spot, while Pau Cubarsí, Ronald Araujo and Andreas Christensen can cover in central defense. It remains to be seen how Flick manages the situation in the coming weeks, but it is certainly not ideal that Xavi is out for a significant period of time. Real Madrid already have some focus on next summer's transfer window, which should be another busy one for the club. There has been a lot of talk about plans to sign a new central defender, but like has been the case in recent years, there is bound to be a lot of money raised too. A lot of funds have been accumulated through selling La Fabrica talents, and one of those to depart during this summer's transfer window was Chima Andres. The 20-year-old joined Stuttgart, and since making the move to the Bundesliga, he has been very impressive. He scored on his league debut, before a top performance against St. Pauli last weekend. Real Madrid have been following Chima's exploits at Stuttgart, and as per Diario AS, they have been very impressed. They retained a 50% sell-on clause as part of the deal this summer, and there is a feeling that this will be activated in 2026, given that there is already interest being shown in his services. Real Madrid only pocketed around €3 million when they sold Chima to Stuttgart, but thanks to the 50% sell-on clause they retained, they stand to earn a lot more if the youngster is sold again next summer. That extra income could be key in boosting Madrid's transfer budget. When it comes to re-signing him, there's no buyback clause in place, but Madrid's partial rights mean they could bring him back for a much lower fee than any other club. Still, with Los Blancos targeting big names like Rodri Hernandez and Adam Wharton for their midfield, Chima would need to reach another level quickly to be seriously considered. Meanwhile at Barcelona, Pedri has emerged as one of the standout players in world football under Hansi Flick this season. The German coach has been instrumental in his development, but Pedri himself has also made lifestyle changes off the pitch, something that's clearly paying off. One of the key areas that Pedri has focused on is his diet. Speaking to Football Fiesta via Sport, he revealed that he has started intermittent fasting, following advice received from Barcelona and Spain teammate Ferran Torres. He encouraged me to try it, and the truth is that I feel much better since then, so, for the moment, I am going to continue with it. I eat 2 meals a day, lunch and dinner. We have a good breakfast only on match days. I only drink water because it is essential to maintain good hydration. It's very difficult for me to resist the ham croquettes that my mother makes. I only try them on occasion after a game. I'll have time to eat as many as I want when I retire. Pedri reflects on practices used to avoid injuries. Pedri had struggled a lot with injuries before Flick's arrival, particularly those involving his hamstrings. However, he has turned a corner over the last 15 months, and he revealed that strength training has played a big part in his ability to avoid suffering strains or tears in his muscles. We found the key in the physical preparation that I lacked to try to avoid as far as possible injuries. Strength training helps to avoid injuries. It is what enhances starts, improves turns. It means that I can enjoy what I like the most, playing football. Barcelona will be desperate to ensure that Pedri continues staying fit, as he will be relied upon throughout this season. So, Madridistas and Culers, what do you think? Should Julian Alvarez leave Atletico for Barcelona? Is Harry Kane really the right answer for Barca's number 9 problem? And can Pedri finally stay injury-free under Flick? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this update, smash that like button, subscribe for more daily football news, and hit the so you never miss a story from La Liga, the Champions League and beyond. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.